Mic check, mic check. Hello, check 1 2.
Check. Mic check. You can grin a little bit. It's okay. What's up, y'all? Today I'm here with Jay Lundo Hundo. The man has a bunch of talents.
Hello, it's me, Jay Lindo Hundo.
This man's got a bunch of names. What's up with all the names, bro?
Man, my main name, Jay Lindo Hundo, is just a play on my name that I've had for a long time, very long time. Then I became him, and I'll go ahead and specify my pronouns before anybody gets offended. I'm/him.
Are you him, though? Are you him?
I was at once him. More now, I think I'm definitely not him. That's another one of my aliases. We're all him. We're all him.
Whenever somebody comes up to you and they're like, Jay Lundo Hundo, like, how you feel about that when somebody notices you in public?
It only really happens in my little small town, so it's kind of weird because it's normally like people that I already knew of, or they kind of knew of me from other places. But I like it most of the time, unless I'm trying to grocery shop, and
Yeah. Trying to be a normal guy for a little while.
yeah, unless I'm trying to hide. But it's not that crazy. In the gym is where I'm getting it now. Like, something like if I don't go in there and talk to 5 people, it seems like something's different, something's wrong. They're like, "Oh, well, why isn't he talking to me, bro? I'm just trying to work out, bro. I don't come here to just yap the whole time. I come to work out."
You brought up the gym. Like, what made you want to get into? You've been in social media for a while, but like, what made you kind of want to dig into like the gym side of social media and kind of be like a gym bro creator type style?
Because I think it's one of the only healthy forms of social media. Like, there's so many things that are just shit post and trolling and terrible for your mental, honestly. Like, but the gym is healthy.
Yeah.
It's a good habit. I needed to start working on myself, like literally, like my body, and the mind comes with that. So I wanted to take a step back from being unhealthy. Y'all don't know, but I had a very unhealthy like 4 years of my life, extremely unhealthy, and all that builds up at a point, and you're like, okay, I gotta stop. I've got to stop this. I'm hurting myself.
Well, you brought up that. So like, what about like, so like, kind of when did you start social media, and then like, did you have the idea like in high school, college, early college, late college? Like, you went to a couple different schools. Like, when
I
were you like, social media is what I love to do and want to do and pursue?
um I downloaded Instagram my junior year of high school, later than pretty much everybody else. I didn't wasn't very active on Snapchat until like college, I guess, but I didn't really start like posting with a purpose until a year after college. I was living in Memphis and I had a sales job, and I started to hate it. I started to hate it so effing much. And I remember one day leaving the store that I was selling stuff at and going to sit in my car, and I just started posting TikToks for some reason. I'm not really sure why.
Yeah.
And then like the next day, it was like little random memes and stuff. The next day they were just getting traction, like thousands of views and likes and stuff. And I was like, wow, I didn't even try on that, and I'm good at it. Like, I'm making people laugh. Like, I'm putting my humor and myself out there, and it's getting reactions. I was like, I'm gonna try this. And I've always been infatuated with streamers and content creators because they make me laugh. They like, I'm just sitting in my house doing nothing, and they change my day. Like, they make me laugh. They make me like tell my friends like, oh, you seen this? Like, let me send you this. Like, let me do this. And it just does something. And I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to try it. And that was 3 years ago now, probably.
Yeah. So your TikTok, you started getting likes and stuff. Like, you kind of blew up a little bit. Tell us about that.
Um,
That's
that
when
was
you
an
were. That's when you were
interesting journey.
him.
Okay, yeah. So 2022, I was still Jalen Dohundo, and I just started posting random things, and some of them would do well, some of them wouldn't. It was strictly on TikTok, and I Twitch streamed a little bit too. And then I got what really set me off first on TikTok. It was just random stuff like gay baiting and shit
Yeah.
like that, like stuff like that. Doing sus content. Those were good. little vlogs and stuff that hit for my regular friends, but not for a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And then I started posting memes about around this area. Like
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I know some people that are watching this are gonna remember the ding 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 ding, and then it lands on something. It would be like POV you live in Dyer, Tennessee. POV you go to UT Martin and stuff like that, and people loved it just
Yeah.
because there's not that many content creators around here. There's
Yeah.
not people.
No.
You don't see your little small town name on your phone screen that often. Like
No, you
you
definitely
just
don't.
don't. Nobody was doing that, and I kept on doing that. And then when I could go live on TikTok, that's when shit started
Yeah.
changing.
Yeah, for sure. I remember that.
That's when shit started changing, and I streamed on Twitch and got some motion, never really over like 40 or 50 viewers though. That was probably my
Yeah.
peak.
Twitch, you said?
Yeah, Twitch.
I mean, I feel
And
like 40, 50 on Twitch is
oh
a
yeah, it is, but it wasn't consistent. It was only when I
yeah.
was doing like a giveaway or an event or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
Um, and I won't dig too deep into my Twitch. We can save that for later.
That's fine.
But the TikTok live stream, just doing random stuff
Yeah.
like not talking until a hot person joins, dating show, like
Yeah.
whatever I wanted that day, and people
Yeah.
loved it. I was entertaining them on the spot, which I've
You
always wanted to try. Like,
you were putting in some time on those too.
oh
I
my
remember
goodness.
I remember you were live for 5-6 hours at a time sometimes. Like it was like you could tell that was something you enjoyed doing like
Yeah,
thoroughly.
and I was unemployed, bro. I had all the time in the
Yeah,
world. I had some
yeah.
money spent up, and I was saved up, and I was making some money on TikTok. I loved it until I started acquiring a lot of haters. That
Yeah.
was like in between, but that always happens.
Yeah, I haven't kept up with many other people like on the hate side, but bro, I feel like you do get a lot of hate comments, bro. A lot of hate comments.
do, man. I do. What is it about me? I think I'm an easy target.
I think it's because you troll. I think some of your content is troll.
Yeah.
And so people kind of know that you're troll halfway,
Right,
halfway, and they're
right.
like, I'm finna try to troll him back.
Right. I'm gonna get him, bro.
Most of the time, you win the troll. I ain't gonna lie.
It might look like it, but I'm not gonna lie. Some of those contents cut deep, like,
they
sit with me. Yep, and I tell people like, and yeah, they get me, man. Especially when it's because I'll troll on a previous post or something,
yeah.
and then I'll post a serious one, and then I get people from those other posts that are still mad at me, or
Right.
they're still like
Yeah.
pressed about that, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think about this carrying over to the future. I thought it was just gonna be done.
Is social media something you see yourself doing like long term?
Man, I was thinking about that today. I don't know if it's worth it.
Really?
I don't know if it's
what
worth
part like
it,
do
like-
you think is not worth it? Like
The insecurity of it, of that, like, one day you could be big, have all like promotional deals, you could have
Yeah.
motion, you could have all this,
motion twin.
and then very quickly it can be gone.
Yeah.
It could be gone. Like, I mean, some of y'all probably know that I got banned on TikTok for having my shirt off on a live stream.
Yeah.
Showed my nipples to minors. Is what I tell people as the joke, bro. I had it on 18 plus, and I was just shaving my chest. I didn't think it was like
Yeah.
sexual.
Right. It was something your chat asked you, like told you to do, right?
Yeah,
They were
right.
like
It was
they were
like-
like shave your chest or
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
something
actually.
like that, you know.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a big deal. But that was my final strike, and
Yeah. Especially when you see some people going what they do on TikTok live and then
Yeah,
like
right.
you get banned for something so childish. But that was years of your life on TikTok.
yeah, not years. It was-
Like videos on there, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I did TikTok consistently for like a full year and probably like 4 months, and I built a platform. People loved me. Like,
Yeah.
they were enjoying the content, and then it's just gone. And then I just kind of moved away from TikTok. After
So you
that.
you talked about like maybe a traditional job is not like you don't like you not that you don't
What's
want
wrong with me, bro? What's wrong with me? Why don't I want to do that?
I don't think anything's wrong with you, man. I think people have started to kind of wake up through COVID where like bro, you don't have to work a 9 to 5. Like
Right.
in my opinion, like why would you want to work a 9 to 5? Like what's the benefits, bro? Like
I mean, there are very like consistent benefits. Like, they'll give you insurance. They'll give you
Yeah.
like
okay, but would you like would you rather work a 9 to 5 or would you rather just like take the kind of hate comments, take the hit and be like, "Man, this is kind of him. This is what I'm finna do."
I would rather. Most days, I would rather take the hate.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't bother me that much. Like,
Yeah.
Like I know
certain days
I
may be
know that
worse than others.
yeah, and I know that everybody out there in the world has things under the covers, things they don't want to come
Yeah,
out, things
yeah,
that people will make fun of them for, things that they're insecure about. It's
yeah,
just mine get kind of put
yeah.
on blast,
But
and
you're kind of allowing that to happen.
exactly, like
That's
that's what
just
I'm
kind
doing.
of
I'm sharing my life
yeah,
with everyone, and people are gonna have their opinions.
yeah.
People are gonna feel certain ways about me, and that's okay. Um,
You
None of it's
think
that big of a deal. I've never done anything in my life that's that big of a
yeah,
fuck up. Like I've
yeah,
never killed somebody. I've never like
yeah.
hurt somebody
You haven't
that
been to
bad.
jail yet.
I haven't been to jail
Yeah.
yet. I don't know
Yet.
why you put the yet in. I don't know why you put the yet in there. Like it's gonna happen.
Nah, just you never know.
You
But
never know. I mean, lots of people go to jail.
so
Especially,
obviously you're not very big on like having to have like money, like
well, I gotta have food,
yeah,
and I gotta have shelter, and I would like to be able to move around with gas in my car, but I
right.
don't have to have that. If I
Right.
got food and shelter and water, I'm all right.
So
So
basically, as long as you're like pretty much a little financially free, like you're not you'd rather just have some freedom than have $1
yes,
million in the bank.
yes, I would rather like if I had to work 60-hour weeks my whole life, but I got to have $1 million,
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it.
I'm the same way. Like I feel like working 40, 50 hours a week is one, you have no time. Like so, like right now I'm working, you're working full time. You get home in the afternoon, you're trying to go to the gym, you're trying to eat healthy. Like by the time you cook, go to the gym, like you're going to work, you're cooking, you're going to the gym, and you're going to sleep. Like, bro, that takes a hit on somebody's mentals. Like,
Yep,
I don't care who you are.
yep. Because growing up my whole life, I've had time to have hobbies. I've
Yeah,
had time to do things I want. I've felt decently free.
yeah,
But now it's not. I'm not on my own schedule.
yeah,
Um, this content and being creative and having ideas is something that I cling to stay mentally healthy.
yeah,
I've got to funnel my ideas. I've got to have them. I love having them. Like
yeah,
my what keeps me going most of the time is knowing that I will have more ideas.
yeah.
Like they might not be here right now, but they're gonna happen. Like if I
Oh
keep
yeah,
myself alive, bro, I'm gonna keep having ideas, and I'm gonna love those ideas, and they're gonna make me laugh, and they're gonna make me like inspired. And if I don't have time to do that, it kills me. It just feels like I'm not doing what I actually want to
yeah.
do.
Little Kanye esque a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
So
Yeah,
like,
I'm a recovering Kanye stan.
I was gonna say, bro, you remind me of Kanye sometimes on how you'll get on a topic and like I've watched some Kanye podcasts and bro, like he'll be talking about something and it just keeps going. Like he'll talk about something that just sparks something in your head. Like,
Yeah,
but that was good to go to your ideas, bro. Like your ideas, you have like you come up with stuff that I feel like a lot of people would never even begin to think about. And
right.
like it, say we're in the gym together, we're lifting together, bro. You're spitting content ideas like nonstop. How do you feel like not being able to put some of those out sometimes? Like it's an idea and you're like, I know this is good, but like you
Yeah,
can't get it to come to fruition or whatever.
there's an old Kanye line about that said, "I've forgot things better than you've ever thought of,"
Yeah,
and that kind of eases me with it because
yeah,
I have so many ideas that I don't get caught up on one for too long. Like, oh my god, I never did that, like
yeah.
because also I'm not saying all my ideas are good.
No,
so so
sometimes
just
maybe not.
just because I'm having a bunch of ideas doesn't mean all of them need to come to life.
Yeah, yeah,
I've definitely made some questionable posts and some questionable decisions, and that I was just like, oh, that's gonna be good, that's gonna be a hit, and I post it, and people freak out and are like, bro, why the fuck are you doing this?
yeah,
Like, what made you think to hit this post button? You really
yeah.
thought this was it?
You thought
And
you
I'm
were
like,
you thought you were him again for a minute.
yeah, I'm like, maybe should have kept that one in the vault, but
Well, does
that's
that
part of it.
does that make you like think about ever transitioning to a different type of content? Like, could you see yourself getting away from the gym content
Oh
at
yeah.
any point? Like,
Mhm.
and if so, like, what would you think you could get into? Would you ever go back to gaming again? Or you gamed for a little while?
Yeah, I might a little bit. Never like I was. Never trying to game for 6 hours a day, 8 hours
Yeah,
a day.
that's
That
rough,
that
man.
killed it.
Yeah,
That killed it. I was inside way too much. I wasn't getting the sun. I would probably say travel content.
travel.
The Okay, so the videos are pretty much gone, but the Dale Hollow vlogs
Yeah,
that I
that was
made
fire.
last year, that that made me realize that I could do this shit for real and people would
Yeah,
love it because those had a couple of 20,000, 20, 30,000 views and stuff, and it was simple. All I did was just while I was doing stuff, pull my phone out and get a little thing, and then
yeah,
voice over what was happening, and it was simple and clean, and I loved it. And I was like, because all of my other I did like some party vlogs and I did like
Right.
some little like food vlogs and stuff maybe, but they never really hit that well.
Yeah.
But that one did, and I was like, that's kind of more of my dream is to
Yeah.
be financially stable enough to where I can travel places comfortably and just put it on camera for myself and also for other people. So I can go back and look at it and be like, oh, remember I went to Chicago and did this, that, and
Right.
that.
Yeah.
And then also people are like, oh, this dude went to Chicago and did this, that, and that. That was so cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe
There's times too, like where you're like, I would say it's like small town famous enough to where like people are recording you now. Like you almost didn't even have to pull your phone out at all times to be on camera. Like I know at the
yeah.
gym sometimes like I do it, which I'm close to you, but like there's sometimes people like are just recording you in the gym specifically because they know who you are.
Little Aiden, he'll probably watch this.
Yeah.
I was in my car one day and I'm like recording a video or something, and he walks up to the window and like puts the phone like up to my face and is like recording, and I just like look at him like, and then he walked off and he put me on his story, which I didn't mind that much, but I texted him and said, "Don't do that shit, bro." I said, "Don't do that shit, bro."
Yeah.
I said, "You acting like a groupie, or for real?" He said, "Damn." He said, "Call me paparazzi." I said, "For real." I said, "You make me feel like I got too much clout," because it was weird. That's the first time I've had somebody like walk up, like push
Yeah.
somebody I don't know that well, and they're like younger than me, kind of
Little fanboy.
little fan, basically. Walk up to me and push the camera in my face. Yeah, that was a little strange.
What so like you've been doing content what, 4 years, 4 years? More than that? Two,
Probably
three?
not that long. I'd probably say seriously, like so last March is when I started getting motion on TikTok, motion twin. Uh, last March was when I started getting motion on TikTok, and it was about a year before that. I remember thinking like I've been posting for about a year
Yeah.
until I actually got motion. So probably going on 3 years. Like
Okay, so like with that, like do you have any goals like that you want to reach? Like so like right now you got 450 subscribers on YouTube. Like
I want to get promotional deal.
like a little elaborate on that a little bit. Promotional deal with what, like what
Right
would be
now,
like
it would probably be something gym wise.
food.
Food meal plan would
Yeah.
be amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
Factor, shout out Factor.
pre-workout, protein,
Yeah.
any type of supplements, clothes,
Yeah.
money.
Of course.
Right, that would be like they would
Yeah.
either give me free clothes or give me money to rock their clothes or promote their pre-workout stuff like that, or just trying stuff. It's basically I gotta figure out how to monetize.
Yeah.
Like you've been
Okay,
saying,
so
monetizing my
say
social media.
say you didn't need money, say you were financially free. What would be like your ideal day? Like you wake like give like space out what your ideal day would be. You had plenty of money, you didn't have to worry about money. So if you needed to like, travel, go get food, go to the store, get food, you know.
Probably financially freedom. Probably wake up and do cardio, like walking or running, something getting outside, being
Mm-hmm.
outside, grounding, walking around in the damn grass barefoot. It's not as good when it's cold, but like let's say
Yeah.
this is a summer day. Let's say this is a spring or summer day.
Right.
Getting outside, doing something, then probably getting online and checking content if I have ideas or if I have things I'm working on, videos, filming, whatever. Um, do whatever that is, then eat, then probably keep it kind of unpredictable. I don't really like a set routine too much. Like
Right.
I don't really want to know exactly what's about to happen with my day. So have time to be open and free. People call me and need help. People could do this. If they
Yeah.
need this, if all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I want to go here and do this, I can do it. Then lift at night.
You a nighttime lifter?
Yeah, lift probably like late afternoon, like before the rush. I would like to
Yeah.
get there probably like 3, 4, 5, something
Yeah.
like that, before the 6, 7, 8. Lift, then come home, cook, clean. I'm gonna have to mow my yard and stuff. Well, this is ideal day. Yeah, probably do some maintenance stuff and stuff. I like to
Yeah.
I like to do that on my own time.
So you just want to feel productive pretty much.
I want to feel productive. I want to I want to make content. I want to feed my community, with
Right now, you're
content.
posting on what, YouTube, Instagram or
Snapchat is like what I'm posting on the
Snapchat,
most, and
YouTube Shorts.
I'm not really sure what made me start spamming Snapchat like that, but now I think it's gonna be pretty good if I can feed my kind of tighter community, like
Yeah,
people who actually know me with content.
right.
I can feed them with stuff, so they'll also support me.
Yeah,
Because if I never make them laugh or never,
yeah,
do anything for them, they're not gonna care when I post a random
right.
like a link to something, or I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
I'm selling this. I gotta let them know what's going on with me. I gotta
yeah.
make them feel close to me.
I feel that. I mean,
And YouTube, I post pretty regularly on YouTube. Instagram's becoming. I post for the hate. Like I post
yeah,
to rile people up. That's what it's becoming.
yeah. That's kind of fun. I kind of like seeing those
Yeah,
posts too because
my friends definitely like the comment
yeah,
section. They're going in there and reading
right.
them, like see what they're
Yeah.
saying about me.
There's times where some of your videos, like the comments match the likes. Like literally,
Yeah,
like you'll have 100 likes, 100 comments,
yeah, and I'm like,
and a
which
lot of times, bro, they're coming for your neck, dude. A lot of times. Hey, the last one you posted, they were coming for my neck. I didn't even do anything, man. I was trying to spot.
It's gonna become like, oh no, don't post me, bro. They gonna hate me, bro. They
Nah,
gonna kill me.
I like the clout. We got clout. I like stealing clout.
And it is funny. It's like a boost. It's like an ego boost when you wake up. Like especially if it happens overnight. When you
Yeah,
wake up and you see these comments talking shit about you, you're like, what the
yeah,
fuck? It makes you want to go in there and like go back at them, look at their
yeah,
profile, and be like, well, buddy, you ain't no better than me, and this, that, and
yeah,
that, and
yeah.
it's
Bro,
fun,
sometimes a lot of people that do comment, bro. I catch myself looking at their page, bro. Who are they to comment?
bro. Exactly. I know. That's how it is too. And there's so many people that yeah, that's what skewed my Instagram comments and TikTok comments and stuff has skewed my perception of advice, like of good advice and
Yeah,
who I should take advice from. It's almost to the point to where like I don't want to take advice from hardly anybody just
yeah,
because, bro, they don't know, man. They don't know. Some people that are closer to you, they kind of know. They see behind the scenes and
yeah.
stuff. But people on Instagram, man,
They see one post.
they see one clip and they have no idea of the
Hmm.
context, like, and they just think they know the world and what you should be doing. And then
Right.
when you don't listen to them and you say like argue back with them, they get pressed. They're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I bench 365 pounds, like you should listen to me,
Right.
bro.
Bro, you've been doing this for what, 6 months on like
Yeah,
I mean, you've been in the gym some your whole life, but
yeah,
like, bro, I haven't seen like for me whenever you personally you do something like you're all in like
yeah.
100% most time, and you hit the gym so hard, like
This is the only time I've seen gains for real.
bro,
Like,
and like you said, I'm gonna bulk, and like like I didn't like the dirty bulk, but bro, you're like I'm dirty bulking, I'm gonna put on weight, and you put on stupid like so much weight quick, and like bro, like I don't know many people that do that. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm bulking." They
they
put on
don't.
5 pounds.
I
You put
know
on 25 pounds.
they don't, and that's what when I started doing it, I started looking around and I was like,
Yeah.
people aren't doing this.
Mm-mm. No.
People aren't people are scared to do this.
Yeah.
They're scared.
Bro, I'm terrified to put on weight like that.
They're scared to lose the image. I just when I was doing it, I was like, I know I'm gonna have to cut.
Yeah.
But when you look at yourself in the mirror and you do look fat and ugly,
Yeah.
it's so much motivation. That's what I
Absolutely.
wanted. That's what I
You
wanted. I've
weren't.
never had that. I've always had the mid physique to where I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I look all right. I wanted to feel fat to make me like to
Yeah.
motivate me internally.
Yeah.
Bulk
Fat
until I
fit.
feel fat, and then I ain't got no choice to cut it off unless I just want to hate how I look in the mirror
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want to do that. I'm not trying to wake up and go look in the mirror and be like, oh, I hate this, but I'm not going to do anything about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so to kind of change subjects a little bit, you talked about TikTok. You kind of got busted on going live. You've been live on YouTube a little bit. I don't know about Instagram, but like, do you ever plan on going back live? You talked about Twitch. Like, you want to go live again? Like, is that your?
Yeah,
You talk about being a good live streamer.
yeah, I like
bro.
live stream. I'm a good live streamer just because I like the comments, like the reactions, like in the moment,
Yeah.
YouTube video or any type of video you post, and you can't respond to the comments like in the moment, and they're not
Right.
commenting at you in the moment. They're
Right.
commenting at something you did in the
Like
video.
like you post this today. Like they're like, or say you post it tomorrow. Like we did that yesterday. They're commenting on something we talked about
Right.
yesterday.
It could be like, and they might find the video a year later and
Right.
comment about it. Bro, so
Yeah.
much stuff has happened between then.
Yeah.
But live stream, It's what you're doing right now,
Yeah.
and you can talk right back to them.
It's
in the moment. So if they
in the
talk shit to
moment.
you, you can go right back at them.
You're doing like right now, like we're talking to the camera, like we may like it's kind of like right now we're talking to the audience, but like, bro, we're sitting here looking at a camera. Like it's not like we're talking to somebody. Like we're
and it's not like a little comment's gonna pop up. Right, saying
somebody
you
know
bro.
watching you like
Yep.
like right now, like somebody like do this, do that, or like what are you like? What is this? What is that? Like I think I like the live. Like I personally like watching you live. Like I feel like not just because you're my friend, but like, bro, your chat when they come in there, like you interact well with your chat.
I make sure I interact with people chatting, and I get some weirdos, man. I get some weirdos, and I like to ag them on.
Yeah.
I like to get the chat going, and like to, because I know my friends and people like in real life come up to me and they're like, bro, what about that one dude in your chat that was doing this and doing that? That's just cool because it just sticks with their mind. It made their day better. It made them like, gave them a reaction of like, what's going on in this chat, man? This shit's crazy. I'm gonna come, they'll probably come back to it. They want to be in there. That's, I would say, the main thing that motivates me and keeps going, because I've wanted to quit a bunch of times.
Right.
I've wanted to get away from it a bunch of times. But
I keep going back though.
I start telling people about it, like my real friends and stuff. And they're like, "No, bro, like,
bro, I hate when you talk about quitting.
And when it's like, and when it's my close people like telling me like, no, like, then it makes me realize like I don't care nearly as much about all the like random people that barely ever see me.
Right.
I care more about like the people I'm close to actually enjoying what I'm doing and just seeing the bullshit I get into and having to try to backpedal my way out of shit and decisions I made and getting close to canceled, and then I gotta and they think it's funny because I tell them the scenario and people in real life think it's hilarious.
Yeah, bro, if you tell an adult like I got canceled for shaving my titties on TikTok live, bro, like they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. But then like you tell us, we're like, that's kind of freaking funny.
Yeah, you're like everybody laughs. They're like hilarious, and then it becomes part of my like persona. They'll be like, "Bro, you got canceled, bro. Don't take your shirt off, bro. You're gonna get canceled again."
I mean, it took your name from him to definitely not him.
Definitely not him.
Definitely not him.
Yeah. Right now, I'm kind of back to Jay Lundo or Josh London now. I guess
Jay Lundo, Hundo.
Some people still look at me as him.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna see how long we've been going.
Yeah, that's cool.
27 minutes. Pretty good. Damn, that's like pretty good. I'm gonna stop it. This is the shirt. This is one of the very first Jay Lundo Hundo merch items. Got all my links on here. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Definitely not him on TikTok. Yeah, I think that's gonna.
Yeah, I think that's about it, man.
I think that's gonna wrap up our first ever podcast episode. If you enjoyed the yaps and the content, like and subscribe. I'm Jay Lundo Hundo.
Tiny.
And thanks for watching. We're out.
Yeah,
that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good.